All right, welcome into this edition of Extra Time here on ESPN FC. Beautiful Friday. We got Craig, we got me, we got your questions. And also joining us from where exactly? Is that a sauna? A cabin? Where are you, Jan?
It feels like a sauna. I am about 50 minutes with a car from Lillehammer, the Olympic Games of '94. Remember carrying Hardy, you know, that ice thing that happened all over here. So
yeah, we heard about
Lillehammer. Yeah, you heard about it. Good.
Nowhere that Jan hasn't done a show from, huh?
Well, it would be nice if he could just do one from his house. Maybe spend some time at home, Fjortoft.
Maybe he's not that welcome there.
This is when you have a private jet, that is always easier just to run around, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that's the Burley budget. All right, are Liverpool better off next year without the Europa League? Should they give up on trying to make top four? What do you think?
I think
top six. Sorry, top six.
There's some changes coming to the Europa League at some point. Off the top of my head, I can't remember.
Well, there's going to be like 3 Europa Leagues at some point.
But yeah, there's more European competitions. If the truth be told, yes.
Really? They won't recover? They're not going to be deep enough in a year to compete on both fronts?
No, they will be, but the Thursday, sort of Sunday, Monday games can be a toll in a competition that is, you know, second best to the Champions League. So it's not something that you would try and finish the league in a position not to be in it, but I think given a choice, Jurgen Klopp would just like another assault at the top four and the Premier League. If the unlikely thing happens that they, it's unlikely they're going to get in the top four.
Yeah.
I mean, they could put.
We're talking top 6 here even, and right now that's an outside shot.
Yeah.
You know, still some work to do. All right, after we saw Haaland taunt the Sevilla goalkeeper after scoring, how important is it to get into your opponent's head during a match? Does it put them off their game? Jan, Haaland never does anything wrong. What do you think of his taunting?
I think it was good, and I think it was even better the answer afterwards, because he was asked afterward, what did you tell the goalkeeper? He said, I have no clue. And I said, what do you mean by you have no clue? Now I said, I just called the goalkeeper the exactly thing that he called me, and apparently the Argentinian goalkeeper told him something about this is a story in Argentina with a name that makes you have bad luck and everything. So he had no clue what he told Bono, the goalkeeper. And that you try to go into your heads all the time. And I played in Germany and England. It was much more fun to play in England because you had a rant at each other all the time. You could even have a rant with a referee in English football. If you did that in Germany, you would be 6 weeks in suspension. I love that when I came to England, when they have some words telling each other on and off the pitch. And Craig will tell you, that was a time as well after the game. We went into the players' lounge and there wasn't another atmosphere at the pitch. I'm not sure that atmosphere is still there now.
People are too soft these days, aren't they?
Well, I mean, he got right in the guy's face. People reacted to that.
Great.
You like it? Really?
Oh, my God.
What if somebody did that to your goalie? You wouldn't have done anything?
I would expect my goalie to be big enough and stupid enough and ugly enough and hard enough to deal with it. Listen, Jan's right. I mean, I used to do it to players in the tunnel before a game.
What do you say? What's like the...
Exactly.
I used to, for example, in my time at Derby and at Chelsea, but my time at Derby, we had a striker called Dean Sturridge, right? Daniel Sturridge's uncle.
Okay.
Right? And Dean, at one point, was flying, and he was super fast. We were playing Tottenham one day, and from the first whistle, from the tunnel before the game, till on the pitch till the end, I kept saying, I'm not going to name names, I kept saying to this Tottenham centre-half, or no, I wasn't even talking to this Tottenham centre-half. I was talking to Dean Sturridge, but in his earshot.
Right.
And I kept saying, hey, Studger, he can't run.
Yeah.
I'm going to play it in behind next time. He can't run. All right, he can't run. He can't run. He's slow. All game.
Yeah.
So he ended up, he was more bothered about what I was saying than worrying about. So it happens all the time. Jan?
I think, Seb, if I may, and even what I liked in England as well, there was the referees were talking to us as well all the time. So if you scored a goal, the ref would come up to you and say, good goal, Jan. And if you missed the goal, he would say, unlucky son, and things like that. And I probably told the story before, but I played against Alan Johnson. Craig knows him very well, Chelsea centre half, and my roommate at the national team. I didn't talk to him for 30 minutes, and then he attacked me like only Alan could, and he kind of flew over me on the pitch, and the referee came up and he said, come up, you two Norwegians, come up.
Yeah, so there would be some pickup of some of the conversation, but no, I'm sure it still goes on, and just not maybe to the level that it did.
Yeah. Who do you guys think will win Premier League Player of the Year? Does it have to be a City player? When you run away with the league like they're threatening to do?
Well, I'm trying to think who else. So you
Bruno?
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, Luke Shaw's played well. Try to think about United in second. Wilfred Ndidi, Jamie Vardy, at Leicester. Yeah, I mean,
It's tough, right?
It's tough.
It is tough. It
De Bruyne-
feels like it has to be a City player.
De Bruyne has been out injured.
Gundogan?
Could be Gundogan. Could even be a Diaz or a Stones.
Diaz
Yep.
Stones.
Diaz Stones. It could even have been a João Cancelo, although he didn't have a great game last weekend defensively. But yeah, it could be. But there's no standout sort of Sergio Aguero, 35 goals, Kevin De Bruyne. Mahrez has been in and out.
There's no obvious choice.
Bernardo Silva's been in and out. Phil Foden hasn't always started. So yeah.
Jan, you got a pick?
No, I agree with Craig. There's no standout in that team. And I think that maybe this season, maybe the player of the year will be the symbol of kind of Guardiola being more safe at the back, and it could be Diaz or Stones. I love the story of Stones being out for a while, kind of was the most talented, coming back as a great defender now. So, but Gundogan, I will probably get my vote now. I love Gundogan. Great player.
Jan, what hurts more? Losing a very close encounter or losing by a huge margin?
Wow, it's a very good question. Well, sometimes it just feels when you're losing 6-0, it's embarrassing, but it's not even close. And then there are games that you're playing very, very close, and there is a decisive goal just before the end. So I would say the worst thing is to lose at the end, 1-0, maybe a game that I, as a striker, had a couple of chances. So I just feel that if I scored them, we would have won the game. And I've had some trashings as well in my career. But very, very embarrassing. But in terms of feeling that we should have done something else, I would say a 1-0 loss in the last 5-6 minutes.
You agree? That hurts more, Craig?
I think losing just hurts, doesn't it?
It probably depends on the game, right? Like if you lose a close, big game, that would probably hurt more. But if you lose a league game 7-0 as opposed to 2-1.
Yeah, particularly if you're playing for a club that's not expected. So if you're at a club that's getting hammered most weeks, then but if you're at a club that's got higher expectations and you get walloped. For example, it wasn't my fault because I made my Chelsea debut.
No, clearly not.
Well, not as a teenager. I came on and we lost at Nottingham Forest by 7. Now I came on at 5-0 and made my debut, and that's there's nothing I can do about that. But that's embarrassing for the players. You know what I mean? But losing a really big game, for example, if I was playing like in a London derby, Chelsea Arsenal or Chelsea Tottenham or Rangers Celtic as my time there, Scotland England, these kind of things are losing a late goal, and I think it depends on the gravity of the game. That's what I
lost. Seb, I had a game at St James's and we lost 7-1. This is with Swindon Town, and we were like kind of the team who loved to attack and we didn't care about defending. And we lost 7-1, and our captain said, "Well, Andy Cole didn't score, so that's my favourite loss." And every other player at Newcastle scored, but Andy Cole, my captain, said didn't score. So we had a big fight about that in the bus because I thought Malcolm McDonald would have scored in that game.
Speaking of captains, Jan, don't you feel Norway should have appointed Haaland as Norway captain, as he will be the star player after Messi and Ronaldo leave? Who is Norway's captain right now?
Well, it was announced today, ladies and gentlemen, and I loved what Ståle Solbakken did, because I agree with you. The young guns should have a young captain, and who they chose was Martin Odegaard, who played for Arsenal, and he put kind of Erling Haaland will be like a vice captain. So this is a new generation of Norwegian football. I was the manager of the national team, the sports manager, when we took Martin Odegaard in, and he was 15 years of age. We took him, and today he was named the Norwegian captain. So leader of the young guns.
Any thoughts on the Norwegian captaincy?
Not particularly.
Who is your pick for the next Celtic manager?
Ooh, Craig Burley.
Let's keep him here. Come on.
I've not been following it, to be fair.
Oh, Chris Wilder's the favorite. We've been told through our ear. Now that he's out at Sheffield.
I actually think what I actually think, changing subject here, what Sheffield United he has left, hasn't he?
Yes, I think it's expected.
I'm not why I'm asking you. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I actually think is
it wrong? I mean,
well, these clubs are so quick with these managers. Norwich City went down, stuck with Daniel Farke. Looks like they'll come back up. Sean Dyche took Burnley down and came back up because Burnley stuck with him. They came back up stronger and went in to qualify for the Europa League. He's had one bad season and an outstanding managerial career. So I think it's a disappointing decision, in my opinion. So I don't know. I think they might go for somebody experienced, but I think salary will be a problem to pay someone like Rafa Benitez or something like that.
Go ahead, Jan.
Yeah, Seb, I so agree with Craig Burley. It's unbelievable that Chris Wilder got to leave Sheffield United, and they will wake up in a couple of seasons and see who they are playing and in which division. Chris Wilder took this club for League One into the Premiership. Last year, they were like flirting with Europe. And okay, terrible season this season. At the beginning of the season, so many close games, losing it. Chris Wilder, being a Sheffield United fan, he is a fantastic coach. And don't see that old-fashioned English school kind of manager. He's got that one as well. He's a modern coach using all the sciences to make his team better. I'm so disappointed of my old club, Sheffield United, that they let Chris Wilder go. I think it's a very sad day for Sheffield United Football Club.
All right, gentlemen, good stuff. Thanks to Jan.
I'll tell you what's a sad day, Jan. I'm just watching Victor Hovland in the screen behind me, and he's just put a golf ball in the water.
You can't tell people we're watching golf during extra time.
No. The Norwegians, we want to power the world. What's going on?
There's a big screen right over the top of your head, Seb, but you don't think I'm paying attention to you.
No, I was like, wow, the eye contact today is great from Craig.
No,
I know why.
There's a scoreboard over there. Players' Championship.
All right, we'll focus in on that. We'll see you tomorrow for another edition of ESPN FC. Dan will be back. Frank is in, so is Stevie. Jan returns as well. Don't miss it.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.